Hi, it's Tim from bn-games.com, and we're here doing another classic capture. This time it is Super Empire Strikes Back for the Super Nintendo.
That was a lot of supers.
Well, they shoot it, as you can see here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, as it is, I was wondering, is it Super Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back? No, it is Super Empire Strikes Back. At least that's what it says on the cartridge.
So what happened to the Super Empire? I'm not aware of this timeline.
It's a parallel.
Oh, okay.
Stan Lee was involved.
you just made everybody
Yes.
super.
Alternate universe, Leia is not his sister.
At least it was Stan Lee, not DC. Then it'd be like 6.
Spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father.
Snape kills Dumbledore.
Luke doesn't become a Jedi, he becomes Batman.
Wow.
I'm okay with this.
We're gonna need some rope.
Yes.
Anyhow, the game starts out just like the movie. Matter of fact, I think the text is exactly from the movie. I don't remember exactly, but it does seem like it.
Yep. By the way, this game is being done by request because we did Super Star Wars, the first game. That video came out, and we were asked if we would do Super Empire and Return of the Jedi. Unfortunately, we don't have Return of the Jedi as of this video, but we're doing that one pretty soon.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap to pick up. As it is, this one runs about $15, I think.
Less if you go digging.
If you really look, yeah. I mean,
10 at the minimum.
Remember, we got this through Finger Hut and cost like $70.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Because we got Super Star Wars the same way.
Marco, do you know what Finger Hut is?
Never heard of it before.
That's how I got Street Fighter 2.
It's not porn.
Yeah, it does sound like it. I wasn't even thinking.
It's a mail order catalog that
Again,
and you know
it's not from Russia.
and it still exists.
Yes. Yeah, actually, no, it does. It still exists, which always surprises the shit out of me. I never knew Star Destroyers moved that fast or pixelated when they came that close.
That's the Mode 7 right there.
And that was just like the most horrible out of light speed ever.
Hey, I think that looks pretty good considering it's a 16-bit sprite.
Well, yeah, I'll admit it does look good.
That looks like that looks like a really good backdrop.
Yep.
Yeah. Bob Ross painted it.
Happy little clowns.
He is old enough.
And now this is where the game starts to tell you, fuck you. And at the end of this video, you'll see a nice little montage of the game constantly saying that. Let's just say I played this game for about 45 minutes to get this whole video done. And I hated about 40 minutes of it.
Only 10 minutes of it was usable.
Pretty much, yes. And mind you, I also put this on easy. You know, at first I wasn't going to admit that, but yeah, this is on easy.
It's definitely punishing.
Yeah, considering I think this was like the 8th attempt just to get through the first part.
I think part of the reason for that being is if you think about it, they give you your lightsaber right away.
Another quick note is that you've seen how big the health bar is there. I got a couple upgrades. They do not transfer to the next stage.
Well, you cut your tauntaun open, so you know it's pretty fucked up.
No, I haven't even got to that point yet.
It doesn't. Look at it, just shaking its head. It doesn't even know. Doesn't even know.
Yeah, and so this is kind of like another pointless level. I mean, in Super Star Wars, at least the level to get to the Jawa thing was a nice, cool, like where you actually drove the land speeder. It turned into like a 3D, you know, kind of sandbox.
The Mode 7.
Yeah, yeah. And this, it's just like, oh, you know, we're gonna give you another side-scrolling.
We're gonna give you a giant Yoshi.
Well, besides the giant Yoshi, it's just like if you stay still for more than 2 seconds, you already have like 2 to 3 more enemies. And look, it takes like forever to blast them.
See, what George Lucas didn't tell you is, you know how you see in the movie where he only like walks around with a claymation figure for a little bit. This is actually what really happened. He was getting attacked by the entire animal population of the planet.
Oh, yeah, and see, here I got lucky. I got the blaster upgrade. And this is the thing. It's like, I want to know, how do glaciers, you know, just small little glacier things pop up out of the ground like that every 2 feet?
Science.
And they have rockets.
Science.
Yeah, I also like to know how a small little, you know, like hedgehog can push me on a tauntaun.
Because it's Sonic.
No, if it was Knuckles, maybe.
His cousin.
So it's Shadow.
Yes, that fits in well with the Force.
I will say, I mean, the purpose of the Star Wars series, the ones on the SNES anyway, it was
to milk money out of a license.
Well, no. I mean, keep in mind this came out before the re-release of the originals, before they did the cleanup. No, it's the design of the game anyway is supposed to be reminiscent of shoot 'em up. I mean, it is a shoot 'em up. It is a side scroller, and Empire is definitely more difficult than the original Super Star Wars by
like tenfold.
It is, and
especially there's like magical ice bees that just get you.
It's not necessarily a bad game, but it's
a frustrating one.
It is frustratingly hard, and it is terribly unforgiving.
But it's not as bad as Battletoads.
It's been so long since I played Battletoads. I'd have to reserve my judgment till then.
And you miss some shit.
It's not a one-hit kill.
And then here's another thing. It's like, oh, I keep going forward. Oh no, down here there's a cave. Mind you, you have to jump off the Tauntaun, and you can jump off the Tauntaun at the beginning or any time.
I think that's what bothers me the most. That's a little nitpicking. It's like it has to introduce itself every level. It's like, hey, by the way,
you are playing Star Wars.
You're still playing Star Wars, just so you don't forget.
And I like this.
Well, if they're gonna spend the money to develop the Mode 7 intro load,
you're gonna use
it at every level.
The guy that developed is like, fuck this. You guys are putting this shit in everything.
Pretty much. And
yeah,
those are some sad-looking. I mean, everything else looks good. Those are pretty sad-looking wampas.
They're like the wampas that have rabies. And that is the best move in the game. If you do that everywhere, it pretty much kills everything. And mind you, this is like maybe now my 18th attempt to get this far, because that little breath there, they love to, that is where the game loves to screw you over.
Is it just me, or does that lightsaber look like really big in comparison to the rest of his body?
Yes, actually,
it does. It looks
I think I got
really unproportional.
I think I did pick up an extension.
It is
upgrade.
possible, according to canon, for the lightsaber. There's an adjustment for the beam to be longer if you want it to be.
Yeah, I actually from when the Star Wars Special Edition came out, if you went to the website, and mind you, this is back in the days where people actually used AOL, and that was like a good internet provider. I used to go to the Star Wars website, and at the bottom of the page every day, they had a new blueprint you could print out that gave like the whole design description of it, and it was for each lightsaber, the Millennium Falcon, all the different ships. This is also where you have to kind of trick the game. It's like, I gotta do this, but once I'm there, you can't, that was like the one time he came back, or you can't keep shooting.
Here's a question. Here's a science question for you kids. What kind of science perpetuates the necessity for the gun to have recoil when shooting a laser?
It's blue. The answer is blue. What is blue?
Sky.
Yes.
That's a refraction of light.
Yes.
It's one big prism.
It's like a giant sea in the sky?
I don't know. I just like I like his hand does this real jerky. You think after as much as he's firing, he'd get a cramp, but he must have a lot of practice.
Well, wait, isn't he shooting with a cyborg hand?
He doesn't have the cyborg hand
Ah,
yet.
that's right. He has it at the end of it.
Yeah. That's just
you fail. You fail science.
I'm just this game is throwing me off with how big everything is in comparison to him.
Yeah.
So, Timmy, would you recommend it to someone? And definitely not the casual, but if someone,
would you recommend it to a Star Wars fan?
Only if
they're willing to sit through it and play it.
That's the thing. I only would recommend this to someone that truly likes a challenge. If you do not like a challenge, no, I wouldn't recommend it to a fan. I wouldn't recommend it to a casual. I definitely would not to a casual player. I mean, I do not remember there being some kind of pig mech boss in The Empire Strikes Back.
And he does not look very happy at you either.
Yeah, I mean,
that's pretty metal.
I was thinking, I was either like at like an Iron Maiden concert.
That is Eddie.
Well, either that or I was playing a Metroid, maybe.
Yeah.
And then again,
these games are known for the big bosses.
Well, I was gonna say, then again, this boss also reminds me of the first boss of Vector Man. Kind of looks like the plane if he was moving side to side.
Well, his hands are.
Well, yeah, I finally had got the pattern down here, because I only had to fight him about, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, I didn't have to cut that much out of it.
Yeah, no, this was pretty good.
Alright, everyone, well, that's Super Empire Strikes Back for the Super Nintendo. You can pick it up from 10 to 15 bucks, maybe even cheaper.
I don't recommend, though, unless you want a challenge.
eBay lots can pick it up all 3 for about 15 to 20 bucks.
If you need it for your collection now.
Yep, stay tuned for the death montage. Please subscribe and let us know what you think. Thank you.